I believe the Chamber goes above and beyond to meet the needs of the businesses in this community. I personally appreciate that I can call them anytime I have a question or a need. Recently, they've been a huge help to First Bank of Berne by helping us get the word out that we're hiring for various positions. I also think that their beliefs align with ours in the sense that we value people and relationships, and as you interact with the Chamber, you can see their passion for people and for helping the businesses in this community thrive.
It's showtime in Wells County, and we welcome you this evening. Let's get the show on the road and feel the magic up close. The main event schedule for this evening is as follows. Our talented jugglers presenting the Chamber and Economic Development Overview, tightrope walkers introducing the 2022 Board and Officers, and finally, the Lion Tamers to recognize the outstanding educators, Business and Citizen of the Year. I would like to take a moment and thank our sponsors for going above and beyond to help make this evening's show grand. They are listed on the screen. Tonight's show would not be possible without your support, and we sincerely thank you. And now, for our first act, are the talented jugglers. And boy, do they know how to juggle. Please welcome to the ring Aaron Preble, our Chamber Executive Director, and Chad Klein, our Economic Development Executive Director.
The Wells County Chamber is the best chamber to work with. ProFed is a chamber member in many communities, but Wells County Chamber goes above and beyond what any other chamber does. This chamber involves all of the members and keeps members up to date on what is going on in the community and gets businesses involved. Wells Chamber has one of the largest golf outings in Northeast Indiana, which shows how great of a job they do. One of the services the chamber does great at is helping businesses with groundbreakings and grand openings. If you haven't used the chamber to the fullest, you're missing out. These ladies do an awesome job and are top notch.
Yes, we are experienced jugglers in all that we do.
We've even been known to tame a few crazy animals. You know who you are.
One of the biggest acts of the year that is important for our community is Chamber Bucks.
If you or your company likes to say thank you to an employee for a job well done, celebrate a work anniversary or a birthday, or congratulate for perfect attendance, or even give just because, we encourage you to give Chamber Bucks.
There are nearly 200 businesses listed on the Chamber Bucks where you can use, and it's an easy way to keep money right here in Wells County. Shop local and support our local businesses. This past year, nearly $45,000 were sold in Chamber Bucks. Thank you, and we truly appreciate the support in Wells County.
We ring up our area businesses for two spectacular events. Our Shop Local program. The Chamber is always looking for creative ways for you to spend money in Wells County.
Yes, this is a very popular program, picking up amazing momentum. This past year, we had passports for November and December with over 40 retail businesses that donated items each month with the value of over $25 to be used for the drawings. The grand prize was $100 in Chamber Bucks.
We thank First Bank of Berne for their continued support and efforts through print, radio, billboard, and social media marketing to push our Shop Local community, or to our community.
I'm excited to report that over $101,000 was spent in Wells County through the Shop Local Passport program this year.
Shop Local Passport program that the Chamber has started is really important to us retailers. It keeps the community alive and growing, and so we all appreciate, business owners and retailers appreciate the Chamber, what they do with this Shop Local Passport program. And investing into a community is the best way to keep the community alive and growing and helping businesses, small businesses thrive, because we know the big box stores get a lot more push, and so it's much appreciated. So if you can shop local, I just say you do it.
And speaking of continued investment in our community, several Wells County businesses came together to invest over $34 million in new manufacturing equipment and building construction.
That increased investment resulted in $4.7 million in new payroll, with 135 new jobs at an hourly rate of $19.12.
Thank you for your continued investment in Wells County community.
Chad, did you know that the chicken barbecue has been held for 32 years now?
That is a lot of chickens.
Yes, it is, and each year we sell more chickens.
We all like chickens.
And we're very thankful for that indeed. This past year we were able to go back to the 4-H fair and also had a drive-through at Dutch Mill Plaza. In the end, $12,000 was raised, selling 2,600 chickens.
Well, like I said, that's a lot of chickens.
It is.
2021 allowed us to get back into highlighting manufacturing through the county as part of our National Manufacturing Day. Over 300 students from Wells County schools participated in the experience with many hands-on learning opportunities.
Please see the list of participating industries listed on the screen. And thank you to Indiana Manufacturing Competitiveness, I knew I would mess that up, Center for their financial support to make this program possible.
And that's not even all that's going on, is it?
Not at all. Chad, next fun fact. Did you know that the Golf Expo has been going on for 34 years?
And it's still going strong and one of the best outings in Wells County.
That is correct. 144 golfers hit the links at Timber Ridge Golf Course in August, raising $23,000. The multitude of support at so many levels makes this event
Stellar.
stellar. Yes, that's the word, stellar.
2021 proved to be busy for new business openings, renovations, or location changes in our county.
We actually held 26 ribbon cuttings last year. Congratulations to all those involved. We're so very proud to have you in Wells County. The listing of those businesses are also in your program.
To help facilitate additional business growth, RTT Investments, in partnership with Reiner Building, announced the construction of a 200,000 square foot spec building on Adams Street. Additionally, just recently, Logan Properties, in partnership with James S. Jackson Company, will be constructing a 30,000 square foot spec building in Ossian.
Moving right along with growth, we had the pleasure of celebrating and breaking ground with 3 businesses that want to keep Wells County their home. Markle Do It Best Hardware built a new rental center, Midwest America Federal Credit Union came to Bluffton, and ProFed broke ground for their new beautiful facility.
Dirt was definitely moving on several housing projects throughout the county. Premier Flats officially opened with their 180-unit apartment complex. Single-family lots are now available in Markle and Ossian, as well as nearly 500 additional lots that received first preliminary development approval throughout the area. These have all created great opportunities for people to live and work in Wells County. These are just a few of the ways that people have continued to invest.
Chamber members are also investing at higher levels through their gold member status. They are recognized in various ways throughout the year. They are also listed in your program at your seat and on the screen. And we thank you so much, and we appreciate your continued support and belief in the organization.
Economic development is also seeing strong support from our business community through increased investment. This investment allows for the organization to support our communities through various projects and strategies.
And something that is very exciting that we have to share with you, in 2021, we welcomed a total of 53 new chamber members. We currently have 448 Wells County chamber members. Thank you. Yes.
Each year, we come up with a tagline on our decals for our members to display with pride, and we use the tagline in our marketing materials.
And no, it's not going to be a juggling lion tamer trapeze artist. This year, our special events committee chose Engage, Impact, Connect. They felt this spoke volumes about who we are and what we do as an organization.
Engaging members in the various avenues that you have heard about this evening.
The impact the Chamber and Economic Development has in the community, and when you partner with us, there is strength in numbers.
And lastly, Connect. It is our goal to connect you with people, businesses, resources, and the community.
But overall, connect you with an organization that absolutely cares about its members and wants only the best for you. Also in your program are all of the upcoming events that we have scheduled for trainings, workshops, events, with those dates in your program as well.
Leadership Academy has taught me so much. It has brought so much understanding in my work world on how to relate to people, how to associate, how to build teams. The biggest thing that I've taken out of it is the relation side of being with people, learning how to build a relationship, learning how to trust people, and learning how to be trusted. The second level of the Leadership Academy has been really, really instrumental in fine-tuning everything that we've learned in the first. In the first, we learned the base of how to do things, what we're expected, you know. On the second, I've picked up on the steps that you take in order to progress through the work environment, how to be a leader, how to make relationships, how to grow people, and to just keep working through it. And it's done more in my work environment, I think, than what I've learned at work in the 20 years I've been there, which, you know, you learn a lot at work, but until you have somebody telling you, okay, take these pieces, put them together, and start doing things maybe in a more structured way, learn how to build that relationship, learn how to grow people, that's what makes work blossom. That's how you start getting a lot of things done.
For the past 13 years, the Wells County Leadership Academy has been going strong. Some of you in this very room graduated in the first class in 2008 and continue to be strong leaders in our community. Learning to lead and influence in a manner appropriate with our individual strengths is the foundation of Leadership Academy. However, networking, building relationships, community involvement, conflict resolution, empowering your team are skills learned in the program. Each month, a 4-hour session is facilitated by various community leaders bringing their experience and background to the group. The Habitudes are led by over 20 volunteer community leaders who have graduated from the Academy or have gone through training to become a facilitator. Their time, energy, and dedication and what they bring to the program is like no other.
Wells County Leadership Academy, I'm grateful for the facilitators and the members and the classmates that I got to go through with that. It really started my journey in leadership. It prepared me to be a better manager and to be just really a better person. That's why I want to facilitate. That's why I do facilitate. I want to give back to my community and give them those tools to build them up and help them to become better leaders.
The Habitudes leadership curriculum uses image-based learning to help instill important leadership habits to people. Each image introduces adults to powerful leadership principles rooted in real life, sparking conversations with facilitators that lead to memorable experiences. Gorillas in Hawaii, rivers and floods, velvet-covered brick are just a few examples of the Habitudes. These unique and transformative encounters are part of an ongoing process that builds leadership habits and attitudes. I encourage you to meet with me about the program and see if it is a fit for you or your employees. Applications will be open until June 10th.
So for about 3 years, I kept hearing a lot about Leadership Academy and was recommended to try it out. And for 3 years, I made excuses as to why I did not want to do Leadership Academy, because I did not think it was my thing. And then finally this year I broke down and enrolled, and I was right, it is not my thing. Every month I'm challenged to do something that's outside my comfort zone, and that's really made me discover kind of my own potential, the fact that I can improve my communication skills, that I do have the ability for conflict resolution skills, and the discussions that happen both in class and then outside of class in networking sessions have really helped put a new perspective on all the interactions that I have, both at my job and then with my friends and family. And in the last couple months, I've seen a boost in my confidence, both in the workplace and in my personal life. So now I'm the person who's recommending that you try Leadership Academy, even if it's not for you, especially if you don't think it's for you, because you're probably the person that's going to get the most out of it.
One of the most spectacular acts we have at the Chamber ambassadors. These individuals work hard for the Chamber, connecting and mentoring with other businesses, attending ribbon cuttings, selecting the member of the month, helping to recruit new members, and volunteering at events. These top performers are shown on the screen. We have a quarterly competition where ambassadors earn points for their activity and participation. At the conclusion of the year, we recognize and celebrate the Ambassador of the Year this evening. The individual that we are going to recognize here shortly has been an absolute joy to work with. Kind, hardworking, dedicated, always going above and beyond, and someone I know I can always count on. I've seen so much growth in leadership this past year and proud to see how far she has come. I'm very excited to announce our 2021 Ambassador of the Year is Alyssa Sponseller with Archibald & Lewis.
The Wells County Chamber of Commerce is a great organization to be part of. They are an advocacy for business and community growth and provide many opportunities for businesses to network and connect with others. We believe in what the Chamber is doing and know they are standing alongside of WAGE as we continue to do business in Wells County.
I've had the pleasure of leading the Chamber Board this past year, and I've worked very closely with our 2021 executive officers shown on the screen, and also our 2021 Chamber Board of Directors. We appreciate and thank you for your service to the organization and our community. My favorite part. Lastly, it is time to change ringmasters for the 2022 year. It is my pleasure to welcome the Wells County Chamber Board President, Rob Lyons with Bluffton Regional.
Thank you, Rick. It's been my pleasure working with you and getting to know you on the last year and your leadership and your understanding of the importance of the Chamber of Commerce to the community. And you've been an inspiration and a leader to me, so very much appreciate you and your service, and I'd like to present this to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on with the main event and attractions for the evening. Tonight, in the center ring, we'll recognize the famous and well-known educators, Business and Citizen of the Year recipients. Our first award is to recognize the Educators of the Year. The award is made possible by Dr. Mike Salisbury, who's a retired superintendent from Northern Wells Community Schools for the past 24 years. Tammy Slater, Wells County Executive Director, will present the 2022 Educators of the Year on behalf of Dr. Salisbury and family. Tammy?
Good evening. It's my privilege and honor to stand in for the Salisbury family this evening in the presentation of the 2022 Educator of the Year Awards. The stipends for this award are made possible by former Northern Wells Superintendent Dr. Mike Salisbury and his family. These recognitions he had long felt would be a good way to give credit where credit is due. Upon his retirement, after 24 years as Northern Wells Superintendent, he quietly, anonymously funded a Teacher of the Year award that was originally limited within the Northern Wells School Corporation. Eventually, Mike decided to expand the award to include all three of the public school corporations in Wells County. Through memorial contributions for his son Rob and his first wife Sandy, the Salisbury Family Endowment Fund was established at the Wells County Community Foundation. Presently, the fund awards $500 stipends for each of the individuals selected as Wells County Educators of the Year, and those are to be utilized for materials and supplies to enrich their classrooms. On behalf of a grateful community, we appreciate the Salisbury family's commitment to excellence in education through their continued support of this fund. This year, we are pleased to honor outstanding educators from each of our school systems. We have a video prepared which we believe illustrates their dedication to teaching our youth and the community and affirms why they were selected to receive these honors.
Today we have a very, very special announcement that we would like to make. A wonderful letter was written to us about your accomplishments, your love of learning, and what a positive role model that you are, encouraging others to step outside of their comfort zone. You are a true inspiration. I'd like to congratulate you and recognize you as the Bluffton Harrison Educator of the Year. Thank you.
I think education, teaching, is a collective, so I can only be as good of a teacher as the students I have. So, I mean, I couldn't be the teacher I am. I didn't love where I worked and what I do.
Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause.
One thing I'll always remember at Mrs. Kokenauer's classroom, how fun it is. Just her teaching style and everything that she does is so colorful and joyful. And I love that about her and as a teacher. Every single day we walked into that classroom, even if we had to take a test, I knew that I was going to walk out feeling lighter and happier. It was really meaningful and fulfilling things that we did in there. It made me feel like I was going to change the world someday.
Why do I teach? I teach world history because I love people. I teach world history because I love history, but more so I fell in love with the world's people. Wherever you go, you'll find people that are amazing. And I just wanted to understand them and I wanted to know their story. And that's kind of what I tell my students. I tell my students that I don't care if you walk out my door at the end of the semester and you don't remember that William the Conqueror won the Battle of Hastings in 1066. They don't need to know that. They can Google it in less than 5 seconds. I tell my kids that I want them to walk out of here with empathy for other people. I tell them I want them to walk out of here caring about things, and I want them to have a curiosity about the world because I hope they get to see it.
Mrs. Kokenauer, in one word, she's a very wise person.
Mrs. Kokenauer is very deserving of this award because she is a very innovative 21st century teacher, willing to go out of her way to find ways to connect with students. She incorporates technology, she incorporates pop culture, she puts it all together and the kids love her class.
I really believe that Mrs. Kokenauer has been an inspiration to me and to others because she's not just a teacher, she's an athletic coach. She has also been our AP teacher for world history. She brings with her her faith and her family and just the best part of being from Bluffton. She's a local girl, and that's a great thing for her to show students what is possible.
She has made me a better principal. She truly is a person who will bring the subject matter to the students in a way that I've not seen anyone else do. So when I go in there and I watch Miss Kokenauer, I walk out with a smile on my face and I remember why I got into education.
I hope they remember me as someone who made learning as fun as possible. But beyond anything that they will ever learn, I hope they remember me as somebody that loved them. I hope that they see Jesus through me, and I hope they walk out of my classroom knowing that I never stopped caring about them. So I think about them, I pray about them, I root for them in every single thing that they do, from the moment that they step in my classroom, even before sometimes, but all the way till they graduate and beyond. Yeah, it's something that I wouldn't trade.
It is my great pleasure to recognize and congratulate our Northern Wells Educator of the Year to Mrs. Holly Parker.
Well, geez, thanks everyone. Well, first of all, I'm so blessed to be here at Norwell Middle School with all of you. I really want to thank Mrs. Brown, Mr. Morgan, much. Because your love and support, it makes it a lot easier to be in the classroom. We have each other's back, and that's forever. One of the things that I'm most thankful for about OL is my Team Valiant kiddos. You're precious. And obviously I do thank my family, because if you're a teacher's husband or a teacher's kids, you get the leftovers. You get the scraps, because you have 105 kids every day that you love and take care of. And I appreciate all your love and support. And David Parker has by far been the most inspirational educational leader that I've ever been lucky to be married to. He's challenged me day in and day out to excel, so thank you.
I think Mrs. Parker is deserving of this recognition because of how much she cares about the students and how well she does her job. Because she doesn't do her job just to do her job. She does it for the kids, and I can tell that every time I walk into that classroom. I know she cares about me, and I know she cares about the person I am more than the math, even though the math is so important to her. And she really does help us grow a ton in math and helps us see our full potential. But she also helps us see our full potential as the type of person we can be.
What inspires me to come in every day definitely is the Lord in my heart. And I just want to work hard for them. And it's my students that inspire me to get out of bed and do my very best.
Mrs. Parker is contagious with her heart and her compassion and her empathy. I could go on and on with those types of words, but she is a teacher that teaches from her heart. She is a teacher that teaches because she knows how important it is. But most importantly, she's a teacher that will not give up on anyone, no matter what. She will tell them they may not know it yet, but they're going to know it, and she's going to help them get there, and it helps build confidence. And I think seeing that, and other teachers seeing that, it makes you understand that there's no obstacle that you can't help a child overcome as long as you're positive about it and give them direction on how to do it.
What I like best about Mrs. Parker is her energy and her drive to make sure that we're positive all the time and making sure that we aren't bringing ourselves down. She makes learning a big part of it, but she also makes our self-worth and self-esteem a big part of it, so that helps a lot.
What does this honor truly mean to me? I guess it's really nice to know that somebody thinks that I'm doing a good job. I think you just work, and sometimes it's hard. And so to know that somebody noticed it, I know that's kind of selfish, but I am a human being, and when you give, it's kind of nice every once in a while and say, hey, good job. And I guess that's really nice.
We want to recognize Mr. Gates. His reason why is he reaches all students with enthusiasm and excitement through the love of teaching the subject at hand. Communication with parents is extremely important for Mr. Gates, knowing what the expectations are and also delivering what is best for you as students. It gives me great pleasure to recognize you, Mr. Gates, as the Educator of the Year. Congratulations.
The best thing about being a teacher is sharing my passion with the students. I like helping them realize their potential. I never have to wonder if what I do matters. I also love making my students smile and laugh.
What I like best about Mr. Gates is that he really helps you. If you need help with something, he'll help you with it.
Mr. Gates is the teacher that no matter what, every day when you walk into the school, you always know he's gonna have a smile on his face. The whole month of December, he's always got a different ugly sweater on that we love to compare it to. He's always participating in all of our activities that we do, no matter how crazy they are, and he does whatever it takes to inspire his students.
He's made an impact in my life because he's always uplifting, and even if he can tell when somebody's having a bad day, but he still tries to make it better. He just makes the school a better environment when he's around.
One thing I learned from Mr. Gates is Hoopamani. So this is kind of his theme in his classroom, and this is kind of to be a person of integrity and just to keep going and to show grit. And this is what he teaches the students, and this is also what he portrays in his life.
I would like to end by recognizing a couple of people who helped make this journey possible. My wife Shelley not only keeps me sane in the storm that is teaching, but she also sacrificed so much for me to do this. For 2 solid years, I was working 3rd shift, sleeping, and then studying to earn that education degree. She was also there when I earned my first degree in criminal justice and public affairs. She held everything together, also that I could take a job making about half as much money as I was previously making. She has supported me unfailingly. She is my rock and the great love of my life. I thank God every day for bringing us together. I would also like to dedicate this recognition to Mr. Merle Mosier. He was my mentor teacher in senior high school. And I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without his shepherding. He passed away when I was in high school. It was absolutely devastating, but he ran with perseverance and finished the race. I only remember a handful of lessons that he taught, but I'll always remember, among other things, his laugh, his Notre Dame toilet seat hall pass, Andy Griffith lessons, his passion, and his love of God. I hope that when my students have been out of school for 25 years, they look back on me like I look back on him.
Tara, Mark, and Holly, would you please come forward to receive your awards?
Aaron Doherty State Farm, it is very important for us to be involved with the community because State Farm is the ultimate good neighbor. It's super important also because I've made so many business connections that I wouldn't have made otherwise had I not been involved with the chamber. But there's so many great things in our community that are just lying below the surface that it allows us business owners to unite and to connect with one another and work together to make this community a better place.
Good evening. We've likely all heard Napa know-how. Everybody has. But better yet for us tonight, it should be Stinson know-how. So what does Stinson know-how really look like? It's being responsive to your customers. It's going above and beyond. It's finding a way to solve the problem. It's being passionate about your customers and the community. It's the comment Bruce makes when someone says, I could have used that part over the weekend. And you all have heard this. Bruce says, well, why didn't you call me? You've got my number. Let me give you 2 personal examples of Stinson know-how. Did you ever need to replace your wiper blades? Bruce and Mark several times have replaced the blades on my vehicle and my wife's vehicle. I've learned to plan those wiper blade replacements when it's not raining. As most of you know, what Bruce might say, or would say, or does say, if it is raining when you stop by to get it replaced. And I will have to say that they've done a good job of replacing them even if it was raining. The second example, and Bruce probably really doesn't remember this because it's something he does just for his customers and for his friends. A few years ago, my brother from out of town was visiting for the weekend. And while he was here, he had an issue with his vehicle on a Sunday afternoon. It wouldn't run. So what do? Well, under these circumstances, I called Bruce. So when I called Bruce, he said, well, meet me at the store to get the part. But by the time I got there, he'd already made arrangements for some mechanic to also work on the vehicle. Really something only seen in a caring community, something seen with caring people like the Stinsons. Kate and Bruce are knowledgeable of their business and their industry. These traits lead to their business being recognized tonight as Business of the Year. They're also surrounded themselves with an experienced and knowledgeable staff, 2 of which have been with them for over 20 years. And again, traits found when running a successful business. Bruce, Kate, your business successes have reflected your character and put you in a status of staples of the community. Each of the nominations focused on your character. They reflected on what you've done for the community. You've given so much by supporting our church and various organizations such as the Friends Who Care Cancer Relief Foundation, the Wells Community Boys and Girls Club, just to name a few. You've given your time, your leadership, and your financial resources where you invested your efforts. There are many other organizations you support, as the list could go on and on. But having built a successful business has afforded you these opportunities to support the community you depend on and trust for your success. Kate was quoted in the chamber directory as saying that Wells County has been very good to us. Now I can say to the 2 of you, Kate and Bruce, that you and your business have been very good to Wells County. So let me introduce Kate and Bruce Stinson, owners of Wells County Automotive Supply, our Napa store, the Wells County Business of the Year.
Thank you, Phil. What a great introduction. Kate and I would like to thank the nominating committee and the entire chamber for the honor of being chosen Business of the Year. What an amazing honor. Wells County Automotive was started in 1957 by B.J. Fagley and Bob Darrow, who moved here from Rensselaer, Indiana. And at that time, the business was located at the corner of Washington and Johnson Street, which is now the home of the Republican Party. In 1969, they moved the business to our present location, and Kate and I both started working at the store in 1971, which is where we first met and decided to start dating a few years later. We're married in 1982. We're blessed with our beautiful daughter in 1985. In 1986, Kate and I purchased the store and began our journeys as owners. Kate and I approached this new adventure the same way we did our marriage, where we agreed to work as a team, which I am proud to say is still our motto. I would not be standing here today without Kate by my side. During this time, we've been blessed to have good employees, 2 of which, as Phil said, has been with us for over 20 years. We have also been blessed to have amazing customers from industry, repair shops, farmers, do-it-yourselfers that have been faithful in their support to us. The biggest thing we have strived to do is always put our customers and our community first. In appreciation of the success we've experienced, we have tried to give back to the community in any way we can. 30 years ago, we started a charity golf outing, which has been used to give back to several local charities through the years. For the last 5 years, we have used the funds to donate to the local Boys and Girls Club, as well as the Friends Who Care Cancer Relief Foundation. Last year, we had 54 sponsors, 22 teams, which have allowed us to donate $5,000 to each organization. We are incredibly proud and thankful for the generosity and support given within our community. In closing, I would like to again to thank Napa Auto Parts, our employees, customers, and the Wells County Chamber for this esteemed honor. I would also be remiss not to mention Phil Swain and the PNC Bank. Phil has not only been our banker, but a very good friend who has helped us in a variety of ways through the years. Thank you, Phil, and thank you all again. God bless.
Good evening. It is a joy to be here to introduce to you the Citizen of the Year, Todd Remchisel. Those of you who know him well would agree with me that Todd is not one to brag about himself or to bring attention to his accomplishments. He gives all the glory to God for what he has been able to do in his lifetime. He is a humble man, and with that said, he is not going to be too happy after this introduction. But he is also a forgiving man, and I've already asked his forgiveness. Todd was born in 1959 with a God-given gift and talent to serve others. He could put that gift on a shelf to be admired and dusted, but instead he chooses to use that gift over and over to bless others. We all, like Todd, have a God-given gift, and we too must choose what we will do with it every day. Todd graduated from high school in 1978 and began his full-time career in the car business. He worked at Remchisel Ford alongside his parents for 36 years. When his parents retired in 2014, he went into partnership with good friends Mike and Judy Mangold from Eureka, Illinois. Together they began Family Ford of Bluffton, and he has worked for 43 years, serving his employees and his customers to the best of his ability. The most important things in Todd's life are his faith and his family. When Christ came to earth, he showed us by example the importance of serving others, and Todd tries to follow that example every day. He wakes up every morning excited to see who God will place in his path. Todd and I began our journey together when I was the ripe old age of 12, and he was the mature one at 15. We have walked hand in hand in marriage for more than 41 years and worked side by side at the dealership for many of those years. Marriage can sometimes be hard work, and we have worked hard to have the marriage that we have today. I am more than proud when he introduces me as his wife. We are the proud parents of 2 amazing sons and 2 wonderful daughters. On the left is our son Jeremy and his wife Janelle, and they actually chose to be in Cabo instead of being here. Can you imagine? Next is our daughter Reagan and her husband Cameron, our daughter Rochelle and her husband Jeff, and on the right is our son Rodney and his wife Heather. We are so proud of them all, and we are very blessed to even be able to work with them at the dealership. Todd is the best grandpa ever. to 11 beautiful grandkids who love and adore him. Grandchild number 12 is due in July. Most of you see him in his work attire, all professional-like. But when he is with his grandkids, the dress clothes come off and the play clothes go on, and he has as much fun as the kids. You'll find them fishing in the pond, riding bikes, and going on all sorts of adventures. They always end the night laughing over his impromptu stories about the 17 squirrels and their friend, Dopey the dog. Friends are also very important to Todd. He has made many friends in his lifetime, and I often joke with him that he can talk to a flagpole and it will talk back to him. He has made friends at church, at work, and in the community, serving alongside many of you. He served with you on the boards of the Chamber of Commerce, the Kaler Nickel Foundation, the Community Care Center, Foundations of Truth, the Friends Who Care Cancer Relief Foundation, and the Boys and Girls Club. He was a first responder and EMT basic in Wells County for 15 years and became a pre-hospital trauma life support specialist. He helped organize the county-wide student safety event at prom time and was awarded the Good Samaritan Award from Parkview Hospital. He was also...
The News Banner each year produces an Over the Big Top Chamber Directory, which is published and distributed in January. These directories are a great resource to the businesses and citizens of Wells County. Thank you, News Banner, for your hard work in putting this together. And for our final act, a special thank you to all the performers that helped out with tonight's astonishing event. I'll read these individuals and members, and let's give a huge round of applause at the end for these great people. We have Stylist Technologies for the lights and sound for the evening. Matt Day with Day Creative Solutions for the photography. Brandon Grant with Grant's Catering for preparing and serving the dinner. Pamela Gregory, Pages and Stuff for the design work. Flex Fitness and Meal Prep, Timber Ridge Catering for providing the cocktails. Wells County Voice for taping and streaming the event online. And our Flying Trapeze artists performing death-defying acts are the Special Events Committee for all their planning, decorating, and creativity. You're all spectacular. And also, I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge and recognize the performers that had a special thing in making this happen, and it's the Chamber of Commerce and the Economic Development staff. We have the Lion Tamer, Aaron Pribble, Chamber Executive Director. We have the Knife Thrower, Hattie Wonderchuk, Chamber Project Manager. Human Cannonball, please stand. Human Cannonball, Chad Klein, Economic Development Director. Fire Eating, Diane Johnson, Economic Development Project Manager. And I would like to see Diane do that one more time for me, please. We have Tightrope Walker, Audrey Dudley, Economic Development Project Assistant and Tourism Coordinator. Audrey, are you somewhere? There you are. We appreciate your ability to handle a circus of activities and the positive attitudes that make the show go on a daily basis. Please applause. So as we conclude Showtime in Wells County, we hope the memories we've made this evening will last you a lifetime. Thank you all for attending the event, and it's been most amazing at that. Some housekeeping, please leave your name tags on the table or on the registration table in the hallway on your way out. For those that were honored tonight and executive board members, please come to the front for photos. And that concludes our show for the evening. Drive safe and have a good night, and God bless.